The New York Times is suing the Pentagon over what it calls violations of First Amendment rights. I would assume specifically freedom of the press, because if you remember, back in October, the Pentagon was like, if you want to be here, you got to do what we say when we say it, and then we'll give you information as we deem fit, and you can't do anything about it. If you don't like it, leave. Turn in your fucking passes, bitch. Which arguably is not how the Constitution works. But as I've said many, many times before in many of these videos, none of that really matters. Because Constitution what? Laws? Rules and morals, what are those? We just make that shit up as we go along. But I digress. Say what you want about mainstream and legacy media. It has its place. If nothing else, it's another check in the system of checks and balances that tries to keep the government at least a little bit transparent, at least a little bit honest. Given the track record of how these lawsuits have turned out, it's a toss-up. Personally, I don't really think anything's going to happen. I think at least for now, we live in a country where rules and morals and laws and constitutions don't really mean anything. Not for anybody in a position of power, wealth, or influence anyway. Although, I will say, the Pentagon watchdog that came out and said that Pete Hegseth's signal chat usage actually put active military personnel at risk, it's a little bit promising. Guess you better keep your head on a swivel, Pete. That fog of war, I wasn't in the room, I had another meeting to go to excuse, it's not going to last for long. Before I hit the dusty trail, I want to ask you guys a question. Have you looked at the latest drop of the Epstein files? Oh my god, that shit is fucking disturbing. And you may think I'm talking about that room with the OBGYN chair in it with the stirrups and shit and like the faces all over the wall. And yeah, that was really weird, but what I'm talking about is the redactions, specifically the redactions that have a Trump-sized black marker on them. Or the exact opposite, it just says Donald Trump and then the entire thing is redacted and blacked out. That's weird, right? Almost like somebody's hiding something. Anyway, it's day 316 in a series in which I asked myself, do I have to go to work today? And if the answer is yes, I don't care. Here we go. Do I have to go to work today? I do. See you tomorrow.